We'll give it a minute. My name is Britney Ramos de Barros. I'm a former Army captain and combat veteran who deployed to a war in Afghanistan, believing that I was going to eradicate the threat, as politicians like to say, and improve security both for Afghans and for my own people here in the United States. What I actually did was participate in a war that killed tens of thousands of people and further destabilize a country that continues to suffer today. 20 years of bombing and killing, and none of us is any safer. In fact, by our own government's measures, every single place that the United States and NATO carried out so-called global war on terror operations, we have made things worse instead of better. Today, it's so obvious to me that the politicians who resist ceasefire in the name of security know nothing about war. Because anyone who has any humanity left in them and has actually confronted the utter horror and absolute carnage of shockwaves rippling through their bodies as mothers scream, as dust settles around mangled bodies, knows how absurd it is to believe that security can be created through violence. The trauma and destruction and destabilization caused by war are antithetical to security. I won't speak to you about morality, because if you aren't already calling for a ceasefire, with more than 10,000 killed, mothers, fathers, children, then you either don't care about the sanctity of life, or you don't believe that Palestinians are human beings. So let pragmatism guide you. There is no military solution to this violence. We cannot bomb our way to peace. We cannot kill our way to safety. Neither can Israel. Those who say a ceasefire only helps Hamas subscribe to a short-sighted military strategy that has been empirically disproven repeatedly and never, not once, been successful or effective. If you manage to eliminate all of Hamas, what then? The root cause of this violence is an illegal occupation and routine human rights abuses that have gone on for decades. If those root causes are not addressed, another group more determined, more motivated to do what Hamas did will emerge, and the violence will continue. This weekend, politicians will be shaking our hands and thanking us for our service, all while continuing to fail us. They continue to ignore the will of the American people who want a ceasefire. They continue to ignore the will of veterans who are sick of being sent to kill and die in wars that make politicians and war profiteer donors richer. If you actually respect us, if you actually want peace and safety, if you actually believe in the values of human rights and justice that this country professes to uphold, and the values that I was told I was signing up to fight for when I joined the military, you will join us in calling for a ceasefire now. Ceasefire now.